Hi and welcome to another narration presented by yours truly, Cryptid's Roost. Please be so kind as to throat punch the like button and smack the ass of the subscription button as well. And remember to tap that notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time we upload new videos. I would like to reach out and say a huge thank you to those of you who have supported Cryptid's Roost financially. We pray the good Lord replenishes you abundantly, and to those of you who will later on. We pray the Lord bless you as you do so. And also a huge thank you to everyone for always supporting the channel with your likes, comments and shares as well. It is all very much appreciated. God bless you all. So grab your coffee, sit back and enjoy the show. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not. My friend's brother showed us the dark web. This epic short story is written by CREEPYFACE, aka Face Melter. If you would like to read more of their works, the Reddit link to their profile will be below in the description. I want to make it clear that I never went on the dark web myself, but I had a friend who said his brother would buy drugs and would claim to buy guns on there. I always thought that it was cool that there were hidden parts of the internet where regular day activities were completely shrouded by the dark. That is, the dark web, where thousands if not millions of people are doing all sorts of illegal activities under the radar. I wanted him to show me some shit on there when I was about 16. I really wish he hadn't. My friend was the same age, and I know his brother was older, but not by much older, maybe 4 years. So he was out of high school and had his own apartment, where sometimes we would go over there after school and smoke weed. I remember saying that I wanted to see some fucked up shit, so did my friends. We were such stupid kids. When we went over there, it was a little after 6 PM and we were getting baked as usual. His brother asked us if we were ready, and we asked him what he meant. Well, a friend of mine went snooping around and got some interesting link directories sent to him. He's a regular on there. I asked if he knew what they were and asked if I wanted to see for myself. I thought about you two clowns and I haven't clicked any yet, but my friend is a little... He paused for a moment. Us being high and intrigued, we just stared up at him with our mouths open. Well, he's a little dark sometimes, so I trust that this is what you guys define as fucked up shit, he finally said. At first, I didn't like the sound of that, but my friend started getting excited and it perked me up. His brother then told us to go in his room and we sat on his bed and watched him get to work. He said he wanted to use a laptop he got online and not his rig, so he made some space on his entertainment centre and hooked up the laptop with a HD cable to his flat screen because he wanted to get the full effect. He scrolled through something and then 3 icons popped up in a folder or something. He then asked us to pick one. I remember them being folders and sorry, I don't remember what they were called. I said the middle and my friend agreed. His brother then took a breath and clicked on it. His entire screen went black. It honestly startled me, but just as quickly as it blacked out, there was something red and grey on the right that popped up. It looked like a chat room, but there was a countdown that read, time until next viewing, 24 minutes, 16 seconds. And like idiots we waited. Then sure enough, people started typing about 10 minutes. Holy shit, those are people, I said. People were saying things like, I wonder what they will do this time. Or, I don't give a fuck what they do, I just want to see some action. But then, after the time had passed, there was only 6 minutes remaining when my friend spoke up. I don't know, man. Oh, shut up. You asked and I delivered, his brother snapped at him. We got to the minute mark and my stomach was doing flips. I had heard stories about this kind of thing, but wasn't sure if it was what I thought it was. Time was up and the screen went black, but the chat room stayed. People were ecstatic now, saying shit like, it's finally time, and Oh my god, I'm so fucking excited. There was even the emoji option. They had usernames and they were all names like Jane King, John Smith, etc. There was this one username that was saying a lot more than the rest and the messages were pretty dark. Succubus80 was the name, and this person was colourful with their words. There seemed to be an admin or something because he asked why his brother wasn't saying anything. And we could see him type, "I'm just here for the show." There was nothing said, but enjoy, maybe you'll get to choose something. His brother seemed to not really be bothered by any of this. Then suddenly a video feed appeared on screen. At first we could see a cement floor and it looked rather dirty. There was clearly a cameraman because we heard grunting as the camera shifted into a new position and there was this strange music playing. Like distorted elevator music or something. It haunts my memories, and what happened next haunts me in the wake of day. There were clearly 4 people tied up in chairs with cloth wrapped around their eyes and mouth. 2 women and 2 men. Someone walked to the right and all we could see was their lower half. The clothes looked dirty and the area displayed on the screen looked to be someone's basement or some secluded warehouse. To my horror, a person in a pig's mask came into view with a huge butcher's knife. Succubus80 then typed, "Howard G, you go first. Choose your victim and describe what you want done to them." I was now freaking the fuck out, and so was my friend. His brother looked at us from his computer chair and he saw the horror in our eyes. "It's clearly bullshit," he said. "It's makeup and fake blood." Before he could even say anything else, we heard the most horrible scream from the flat screen speakers and we all stopped moving. The man in the pig mask had taken the woman to the right, gag out, and gutted her. He began feeding her own entrails to her. Howard G had typed his command to make her eat her own guts. I had seen fake gore in movies and even on the internet, but there was no way they could have faked this. The position the camera was and how she was sitting, there was no way they could have had her wear a fake stomach with fucking props or something inside. This was real. What's worse was that his brother's flat screen is 55 fucking inches. The man in the pig mask then stopped after a few minutes and walked over to the next person. Succubus then typed, "New guy, and your 2 little buddies, you're next." I literally almost shit my pants. That's when I realised that he had a webcam open and his laptop was hooked up to the flat screen was slightly facing us. His brother immediately tried closing out. He couldn't. "You can't leave until the show's over," Succubus typed. The man in the pig mask started laughing and snorting like a fucking pig. He then said, "Stupid little kids, you're not where you should be." He started grunting and squealing like a pig more and beat the head of a man he was next to with the end of his butcher's knife. His brother somehow got the feed to stop and we sat there panting. "Holy fucking shit," he said, and in that instant his fucking laptop dinged and the live feed showed up again. There was someone getting their throat slit. We were screaming to turn it off and crying for this to stop, and finally he just grabbed the laptop and threw it across the room. The TV went to a blur screen and we sat there in silence for a long time. "I hope you guys are fucking happy. That laptop had some information about me on there," his brother said. I got in his face after saying that, and there was a bit of a scuffle, but after a minute we diffused it. His brother then got a phone call. He said it was from a private number. He didn't answer, but then received multiple text messages that read his address, name and license plate number. He called the police immediately. We had to tell them what happened, everything. Eventually we had to get a ride home and be driven in a police squad car. The police stayed outside the house for quite some time. After a week of constant trailing and an investigation, I never really heard anything about it. I never heard anything happen to his brother or anything, but I hope he's okay. My family decided to live in a different state after that, and honestly, I'm so glad that we did. Don't forget, if you enjoyed that story, be sure to pop over to the author's Reddit profile and drop them a line, or even give them a glowing review. I'm sure they really would appreciate it. The link to their Reddit profile will be below in the description. Please be so kind as to throat punch the like button and smack the ass of the subscription button as well. And remember to tap the notification bell and then select all. That way you'll receive all notifications each time I upload a new video. Oh, and don't forget to share the video far and wide. This will all help with YouTube's algorithm and will help to promote this channel more. And don't forget to check out the merch store. The link will be in the description and also in the video thumbnail. And if you would like an honourable mention, send in a snapshot of yourself with your purchase and I'll feature it in one of the videos. I now have my very own subreddit community where you can submit any stories you've written. You can submit your stories or encounters either there or send them to cryptidsroost@gmail.com. If you wish to remain anonymous, that's fine with me. All the links are below. I also have a Facebook group, Twitter, Reddit, and you'll also find me on Discord. If you would like to support this channel and help make it grow, my PayPal is paypal.me/cryptidsroost. Again, that will also be below. And don't forget, where fear is, happiness is not.